Hey, thanks for joining me. So I've been in the studio for quite a while. I think the last time I was really outdoors was in maybe early to mid-August. Well, that's not true. I think like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went to a an event in Hollywood where the art critic Jerry Salt was having a on-stage discussion about art with the actress Sharon Stone. So I left the studio that particular, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, and I went to that event, which was great. It was really great, and it was a beautiful day, and it was a wonderful event, and I really enjoyed it. And afterwards, I came back to the studio, really sort of energized, and resumed working on my work here. So I have an art exhibition coming up in February. And so it's kind of getting to be crunch time. It's like early to mid-December, and so the clock is ticking. Since that August and that one brief outing to Hollywood that I just described, I've been in the studio 24/7. I go to bed, I get up, have breakfast, have my coffee, and then I go to work, painting, drawing, preparing things, doing everything that's necessary to prepare for an exhibition in another state. So I have to be shipping stuff and doing all that. So it's, I guess the pressure, you might say, has really sort of started to build. And, as of, I'd say last week, I began to wonder maybe it's, time for me to get out again because I'm starting to feel a little stir crazy. And so I thought, okay, let me just get my act together and do some laundry and, clean the kitchen and wash the dishes and all that stuff. So I was ironing my clothes. This was about maybe, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night. I think this was last Saturday, about a week ago. And I was ironing my clothes, and I hear sort of crash. Something has fallen. I hear something fell toward the front of the studio there. But I have this green screen. It's like a large green screen panel that I got from a company called Fabric Sign Guys. I'll leave a link in the description for Fabric Sign Guys. Great stuff if you need a green screen. Anyway, my green screen functions as a green screen and also as a room divider. So I can't really see past the divider on this side of the studio, which is where I was, certain that the crash had emanated from. It's on this side. I can't see it, but I'm not pressed about it because, I'll go see. I thought my command strips, I use command strips to hang stuff on the wall, and I thought, well, maybe one of those command strips failed and a painting fell off the wall. No big deal. So I finished ironing my clothes as usual, and then when I was done, I went toward the front of the studio past the room divider. Let me back up. There's something you need to know that's very key. And that is that because I have a lot of paintings going, and I have a lot of paintings that are sort of that I'm storing. And I don't have a lot of storage space in the studio, so I have developed a system whereby I lean paintings against the wall. And once I've leaned a painting against the wall, I can then put another painting on top of it and lean that one against the wall. Usually I'll put a large canvas with 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch gallery wrap, so it's got a bit of a ledge. I'll lean that against the wall. And then I'll usually take a small canvas and then I'll put that on top and then lean that against the wall. That way they're not going to fall forward, they're not going to move, everything's safe and sound, I don't have to worry about them. And that's been the case for really a couple years now. But on this particular occasion, when I stepped around past the divider, I saw one of my small paintings on the floor. It was on the floor about maybe a couple feet in front of the painting it had been resting on, and about maybe 2 feet to the left. Small painting, about 6 by 6 inches. 1.5 inch cradled panel. On the floor, in front of and to the side of where it had been. There was no impact. There was no tornado that swept through the apartment. All of the paintings on either side of it were undisturbed. But this little painting was on the floor. And I thought, what? What in the world? How did that happen? Am I missing something here? It was really puzzling. And I have neighbors on the opposite side of that wall. But unless they had a sledgehammer or something and they were banging on the wall with a sledgehammer, even that wouldn't have been enough force to knock that painting 2 feet in front of where it was and 2 feet to the left. And I would have heard such an impact. But there was nothing. It's perfectly quiet. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I thought to myself, that is really strange. It's really odd. What's more is, it was a small painting that I had done. I like to do these abstract pieces with acrylic, a lot of surface texture. I use that exercise in between paintings that I'm more obsessive about. I do some other stuff where I'm obsessive about detail, and they're never quite perfect enough, and I really just sort of get drawn into that kind of focus for so long that I have to break out of it with something just completely gestural. So I do these sort of acrylic abstract sort of things. And this was one of them, a small one. It's pretty. I like it. It's really nice, but it's not like I didn't pour my soul into it, So I didn't understand what's going on here. Maybe I'm tired. I'll just go to bed. And I picked the painting up, put it back where it had come from, and I went to bed. Maybe 3 days later, I think it was this past Tuesday, I get up, beautiful day, I get some coffee, I go to the front of the studio, to the large easel, and I start working on a portrait of Michael Jackson that I'm working on. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm listening to some classic Michael Jackson, and I'm enjoying my coffee, and it's a beautiful morning, and I'm working on this piece. And I turn to my right just to see, something just told me to look to my right. And I look to my right, and there's my little painting sitting on top of the other painting where it belongs. And then right before my very eyes, it lurches forward. It literally moves forward and jumps onto the floor. What? Is what I said to myself. What? Did I just see what I saw? What the hell? I seriously, it was really seriously weird. It looked like a bad 70s special effect from a sitcom like Bewitched or something. Like maybe there was a PA off screen and they had a string attached to the painting, and on cue they pull the string and it jumps off. It was that kind of a, just an unreal sort of thing that I was seeing. There's absolutely no reason for that painting to have moved. None whatsoever. None of the paintings around it, nothing else moved or was disturbed. Just this little painting lurched forward onto the floor. Right in front of my eyes. I saw it. I saw this happen. So I'm a little concerned now. And I think to myself, holy cow, am I losing it? Did I just see what I saw? So I call a good friend and I tell her what I just experienced. She, of course, questions me, did you bump something? Or, did the central air come on and blow it off? Or, no, none of that. So she said, well, look, what do you think? I said, I think I might be losing it. Maybe it didn't happen at all. Maybe I'm hallucinating this. Maybe I've been in the studio too long. Maybe I'm going stir crazy and I'm hallucinating this shit. So she said, well, next time it happens. I said, whoa, next time? There's not going to be a next time. I mean, this is just too weird. Don't put that on there. It's not going to be a next time. She said, if there is a next time, if it happens again, just take a picture immediately and text it to me, and I can verify that you're not hallucinating by confirming that there is a painting in the shot. And I said, okay, that's fair enough, but it's not going to happen again. I think you know where this is going. A couple days later, I wake up. I go to the kitchen, I make myself a wonderful cup of coffee. I go to the front of the studio and I'm standing at the window looking out. Beautiful morning, perfectly clear skies. I can see the mountain ridge in the distance and the sky is blue, the sun is bright. It's a beautiful morning. So I'm on the phone talking with my friend and, just general talk, how'd you sleep? What are you going to do today? Beautiful day, isn't it? All that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden I hear something fall. And I say to her without moving, because I'm kind of, that's a familiar sound. And I said to her, did you hear that? And she said, yeah, I heard that. It sounds like something fell. What happened? Look down to my left. And right next to my foot, right next to it, is the little painting. It had fallen or jumped off the ledge where it was resting, off the other painting, onto the floor, right next to my foot. Only this time, it's face up. The other two times it had come off were face down, as though it had fallen forward and landed face down. In this instance, it was face up. That means it would have had to do a flip. Now I got issues. I'm a little freaked out. I immediately take a picture. No, I didn't take a picture. I called my friend on Google Meet and I show her with the phone where it is. I didn't move. I'm still in the exact same spot. The painting is still in the exact same spot. I show her exactly where it is and tell her exactly what happened, and she's creeped out as well. I don't know what's going on here, but it's weird. What is going on? So I picked the painting up and I'm looking at it and I'm trying to figure out what's, is there some, I don't know, is there something special about this painting? Is there something that I'm not seeing here? What is going on? I didn't put it back. I put it on the windowsill, which is about that deep. And so I angled the painting back well past 45 degrees. There's no way that this thing can move off the windowsill from that angle. No way. So it's now Saturday night. Nothing has happened. The painting's where I described I put it last, and I think I need to get out. So I'm planning to go to a gallery tomorrow. If it's a nice day, I'm sure it will be. I'm going to just get out and, go clear my head, get some fresh air, get some inspiration. The last time before August was I went to see the Henry Taylor exhibit nearby, which was fantastic. It was awesome. I got really supercharged and came back immediately and started some new work, which was very exciting. So I'm thinking maybe I've been in the studio too long. Maybe my, maybe I had a little stir-crazy type energy sort of found its way, onto this painting and knocked it off or something like that. I don't know. I can't explain it. That's just some bullshit that I came up with. But anyway, I'm going to get out tomorrow. And I'm not spooked. I'm not creeped out. It's not like I don't have a feeling like, let's say, if I was living in an old farmhouse in North Carolina and this were happening, then I'd be, freaked out. Is there a ghost or, something weird, some supernatural? But I don't have that kind of feeling here. There's no energy like that. I'm not creeped out in that way. I'm just deeply puzzled. I have no idea how or why this has happened. This is so strange. It's really strange, Anyway, you wouldn't happen to want to buy a small 6x6 acrylic abstract painting with, let's just say, its own personality, would you? If you would, if so, just leave me a comment and and we'll make it happen. But yeah. For now, I'm going to stick with the little painting, and we'll see what happens. If anything weird or strange happens with it, I'll be sure to make a video about it and let you know. But for right now, everything's, let's just say, back to normal, and it's time for me to get out. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy the day. I'm going to let you know if anything really cool happens, if I go to what gallery I go to, what the experience is like, and just keep it moving, because I got a show coming up in February, and very excited about it. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to getting back to work this week. I'll keep you posted, and yeah, I appreciate you watching or listening to this video. I'll talk to you later.